Hey guys, my name is Simpsy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Empire Total War Darth Mod here today on the channel. We're back on our Russian Empire campaign. This is episode 6 and we have the series finale here today. We only need 3 more territories to hit our victory conditions there. I believe this is World Conquest. So we have hit our 2 listed victory conditions there, the 2 regions, and we need 40 regions in total, and we currently have 37. I've identified 3 which I'm going to try and take here today. So, if you enjoyed this series, want to see more Empire on the channel, just support the video, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series. If you want to see another Empire campaign after this, let me know in the comments, factions you would like me to play as, and if you're not enjoying an Empire Total War, let me know the next Total War or strategy game you'd like me to let's play instead. So I have skipped a little bit ahead, so there are some new territories that we've taken here and there. So Jerusalem managed to rebel against the Ottomans. They're having some pretty interesting problems because we're not actually at war with them technically. However, the Mamluks managed to rise up and take Cairo. So we've got a full stack here ready to hit Cairo. The prince is here. And then we've got a secondary army here as well with Markovia, who's going to take the city of Baghdad and finish off the Ottomans here today. Got the entirety of Anatolia, the Balkans, Greece. We managed to take Rome, central Italy in the last episode. Still got the Caucasus, Russia of course. We managed to take Sweden, Stockholm in the last episode. I did manage to push over and take the Swedish occupied territory in Norway, so we've got 2 full stacks in the north. However, the Swedes were dealing with rebellions as well, and they have officially been destroyed. So at the moment we are allies with Poland, Lithuania, the Maratha Confederacy, and only the Iroquois. And Hanover and Denmark is back. They managed to rise up against the Swedes and throw them back. So the Great Northern War has ended. Looking at how the map is shaping up, Poland and Lithuania are quite strong. They've managed to eliminate Austria, Hungary down through here, and they've been able to expand quite westward due to just having a secure eastern back. So Prussia's on the back foot. France hasn't done too well, being quite passive and defensive this game, along with Britain. Spain has done quite well. They've taken a fair few territories here and there. So we'll take Cairo, we'll take Baghdad, and then we'll take our last settlement over in the Americas. Over in the Middle East and India, the Maratha Confederacy, my allies, actually border with me in Persia and Azerbaijan, so that's good. Moving over to the Americas, we have the 2 territories down in the south, in the Caribbean. We've also got Savannah, Georgia. We've taken Kentucky, and we've slowly but surely made up our way against the Iroquois. We were able to take Michigan and Niagara with no contention, and they've actually sat back in their capital now, the Iroquois, and this will be the battle and the finale for the series. The Russian Empire will be taking 4 territories here in the Americas. The Great Britain has the 13 colonies, or we're sort of taking the territories around the back, whatever this mountain range is here, I don't know what it's called. We're basically taking everything from the back there. So we've got Michigan, Kentucky, Georgia under our control, which is good. Alrighty, still on the reign of King Peter the First. He is a whopping 63 years of age, the Tsar, 3-star commander, and he has really made a new dawn, a new day for the Russian Empire. So let's start off with declaring war upon the Mamluks. Let's go push and take Cairo here. We'll call in our allies, the Maratha Confederacy, Poland, and Lithuania. So let's see what we're coming up against. Some desert warriors here, Muslim mob, some armed militia as well, and we're going to be throwing out the Mamluks from Cairo. Cairo has been taken by the Russians. We now have access to the Red Sea. Wish we could sort of trade and get some nodes down here. That would be quite good. But we've taken the Suez Canal. Okay, so then we'll now get my other army here with Markovia. He's going to be pushing to Baghdad, and we will be declaring war upon the Russians. They have an Ottomans. They do have an alliance with the Prussians, however. We're about to show them which is the best usher, I guess. We will be probably at war with the Barbary States. The Ottoman and Prussian alliance is broken. but the Barbary states have decided to join. So maybe fearing Poland, Lithuania and Russian wrath from northern Germany, they're not going to accept that. So we're going to be able to defeat Topol here today, and Topol, ironically enough, the Ottoman Empire. Baghdad has been seized and Mesopotamia along with it. So we've taken those territories in quick succession. Alrighty, so now the Ottoman Empire has fallen. We've taken Egypt, the Middle East, and of course Anatolia. So we've really expanded quite well there. I would have liked to expand into India for this series, but unfortunately there wasn't really too much of an opportunity there. Okay, so we'll leave those 2 full stacks in Stockholm. We've also managed to finally get some grenadiers, but we are... Just wanted to check, 95 into our Let's Play. It's turn, yeah, it's year, it's 1747, so we're about 100 turns, and we're already just getting grenadiers in, and we've got another army up here as well. I would have liked to see maybe Britain and France do more sort of intervention into India, maybe because they didn't have territories. We didn't start in a late campaign, we played an early one. So maybe without having those territories there, they didn't sort of push and take the initiative. Oh yeah, Portugal got smashed as well. Portugal got smashed pretty early on. Yeah, like I said, the Spanish did well in this. They've managed to take Texas, they've pushed up against Cherokee nations, and they've done quite well in the south as well. So at the moment, we are still only at war with the Iroquois, and we're going to try and finish them off here today. So we currently have Nikai Talas Nikov. He did quite well against the Swedes pretty early on in the campaign. Now he's made it all the way to the Americas. Nikai, the conqueror of the Americas. Alright, so what are we best to do here? Probably trying to push that army on the outside. So let's try and push it up here as well. Alrighty, so we are slightly... 1,500, okay. So we're coming up against the Iroquois, fighting them for the first time here today. We fought a lot of Cherokee before them. So we're coming up with 4 units of cavalry, most of the other army made up with line infantry, and we do have our native musketmen auxiliary making up some of the reserves. So they've got some native artillery here, and their own cavalry and lancers. Not too many muskets, so that's good for us. It's about a 50-50. We'll make sure we chuck a quick save for this one. So we shall fight this one on the battlefield here today. We fought the Cherokee with ease in the south. Maybe the Iroquois will be a little bit more of a tougher opposition. Okay guys, welcome to the battle map. Welcome to the Americas. We're currently going to be fighting the Iroquois on the battlefield here today. So just looking at my deployment zone, what we're sort of working with. Alrighty. So, let's try and make a nice, strong, long front line, and then we'll try and march adequately. I think that's not too bad, because we're not going to be able to do much fighting thick and through that tree line there anyway. So what I'll do is I'll try and rally up my cavalry, potentially on the left, because it's a little bit clearer there. So we'll try and run them down. I'll keep my tribal auxiliary... probably on that far. Oh, there's a bit of an embankment there as well. A small village outside with a totem there. That looks quite cool. Hanging out there. Alright, let's swing far this side as well. They do have some of their own artillery, and we're still using fixed artillery, so we're still using pretty early tier units in this. There seems to be a little bit of a high rise here, and we're going to be able to see the battlefield a lot more convincingly. This artillery piece is actually not too bad. If it was a little bit sort of this way, you probably wouldn't even have to move it, to be honest. So, what's the best way there? Because we want to make sure we get proper line of sight against some of their units. That's not going to work. And that's it's not going to get much better than that. So the terrain, just the way the hills sort of wave up, I don't think we're going to get much. Yeah, because that's not going to work properly. And that's not going to work up. It's just because the high rises are a little bit shit. That's not too bad. If we were to angle down that way, I think we'd get a better shot than like that probably. That's not too bad there. We can probably make that work. Yeah, or like here more. Yeah, I think we can still make that work pushing further back. It's this one here. If we can somehow go like here, I think that's probably our best bet. Angle them like that way. Yeah, and then we'd probably get a line of shot at least on a couple of them. Alright, let's have a look at these irregular musketmen. So, okay, so they're slightly intertwined there. So we've got our irregular musketmen here, of course, and then we've got our Russians further at the back. So we've got some natives here fighting against their own people. Well, maybe a couple of these Cherokee lads are a little bit sort of... Actually, we haven't got... Oh, so when I double-clicked on my line infantry, it didn't actually bring them all in. Ah, okay. Maybe some of these Cherokee boys might have a bit of gripes with the Iroquois. I don't know if they historically liked each other that much, to be honest. I don't know. Alright, let's, just leave it at that. Ah, okay, so they're semi-hidden them, excuse me. Alright, let's start the deployment then, and have a look what we're working with. So quickly pause, because artillery fire is going to be a major concern. So, let's have a look at where they're deploying. So, they're deploying right in front of us here, that's fine. And then their reinforcements are coming far right. That's a bit of a shame. If we could somehow camp a lot of the others there, we would have been better. So we might be able to create a bit of a kill zone, which might be able to work. So what I'll do is I'll try and grab these irregulars here, and we'll try and push our way down here to allow them to stop coming in. So let's allow them to push this way. Let's allow my cannons just for now to halt fire at will, and the rest of you will quickly just like get rid of the cavalry in that, and the artillery and the general to push straight up. We should be able to rush this smaller force anyway. So let's make sure everyone gives chase and pushes to about there. So that'll be alright. Okay, we'll give the order for my cavalry as well to pretty much just try and push and flank. We want to try and neutralize those artillery pieces as quickly as possible. So Control A, make sure everyone's completely double timing, and we'll hold them there. Once my artillery have a bit of a clearance there, so unfortunately that isn't going to be useful, but this might be... Oh, it looks like they might be doing a bit of a charge here. Yeah, they're actually charging native lancers straight into the 7th Regiment of Foot. Hold, man! Quickly get your shots off! Fucking hell. Alright, and we're going to try and do the same for them. Let's swing around here. It looks like they're sending more cavalry up here. Quickly now. Turn, turn, turn. Oh my god. And the chief's bodyguard here just absolutely ripping through. Fire at that, fire at that. Okay, so they're now pushing here, which is fine. Push the bunker. Don't allow them to come back. Fire against these guys here. Alright, hit that from behind. Give chase to that. Okay, they're doing okay here for now. It's just these tribal units that are coming in. They're fighting with their own muskets there. Okay, we're pushing here now. It's probably a good idea just to sort of cover the rear, cover any charges coming in. They're doing alright there. Yeah, we really don't need this strong, long front line down this way, so try and move you here. Right. Try and skirmish out those medicine men where you can. Mounted auxiliary. We've got patience. Just take your time and hit them. Oh, they've actually been baited back here a bit. I'm not even going to lie. Some of my cavalry's been caught. This is a hectic fight here. So make sure you get out of here, friend. Okay, you're doing here now. Fine. Okay, so we've managed to take the bunker there. Make sure they don't come back. That cavalry's doing well. Okay, so unfortunately those two auxiliary managed to get smashed. And these guys are just fighting some more here. So what I'm going to need to do is, this army is a little bit just sort of all over the place. So what I want you to try and do is make a line here and protect the general. Swing you back further this way. Cavalry can push down here and help. You swing here. So we've managed to stop this little charge coming in here. But the amount of cavalry they have and the disorganization is running rife through our ranks. So we've managed to neutralize that artillery. That's fine. Let's try and rally up my cavalry adequately as well. So try and fall you back to a better quality line here. They're fighting there well. Let's just try and reform and get up some organization. Okay. So cavalry, you can probably hit these. Yeah, they're just trying to flank with their cavalry. Like, you can hit this. You can probably hit that. Yeah, they're coming in thick and fast. Swing around and hit these lancers that are coming back in. My only concern would be if they charge my artillery, but we might be able to get these native lancers here if we can form up. We're making some sort of line here. They're about to get hit in behind there. Alright, you can hit these medicine men here, and you can swing down and help this. So unfortunately, these irregulars, even though we're losing a couple guys here, it's mostly just the lower musketmen. So that's alright here. They're dealing with them adequately. You try and make sure you commit to this unit. None of my artillery's getting shot, so allow my artillery to hit this guy that is coming up there. Okay, we're making a bit of a front line here now, and they are just swinging in some of their cavalry. You managed to kill the enemy general, but they are still charging in. Watch out, man! Hold the line! Hold on to your fucking scalps! Alright, there we go. Let's go for this. Okay, so what's actually being fought in here? Chief's bodyguard, that's not too bad, and there are some bowmen and stuff further at the back. So let's swing around here and try and allow those bowmen to not get too much confidence. Swing you back here to the front line, mate. Right, okay, so they're now fighting them against hand-to-hand combat, which is what we don't want. You managed to give chase to them. Okay, the way these guys are coming in now, you can probably have a crack at some of this artillery that way, just because of the way they're angling up. Alright, let's allow these guys to chase those bowmen. They're now fleeing in a full retreat, so fall back to this line. Okay, now these guys are dealing with hand-to-hand combat against bloody hatchets and tomahawks and men. Will be fine there. Okay, oh, they've hit me in behind there. Oh, those cheeky buggers. Alright, fall back. If we could somehow take that hill, it would be more beneficial. Okay, try and run that back. Oh my god, what is this monstrosity? Like, getting those shots off? Alright, they're running. They're running. A good charge in against their bowmen here. Let's allow them not to come back. And we'll probably just halt there. Right, we need to reorganize this, because this is a bit of a cluster. A clusterfuck. Okay, right. So, what we'll do here is just make a simple formation. Make sure all my cavalry is out of this. So, move up slightly. Reform the line. Nothing too crazy. Just something simple. Push up. Okay? We'll keep the general there. And we'll reform up my cavalry for a strike as well. Now, the problem was that artillery... Yeah, some, if not all of it, is in range. So, you continue against this. Make sure they don't come back. Make sure they don't come back as well. Right, cavalry can be reflanked and formed. Hold the line. So they're going to be coming, pushing through us here. Just need to hold, men. We will have some artillery support. So there's only 6 men there, so they don't need to be charging against that. So let's try and swing around here. So hold the line, men. They're coming thick and fast. So we've got some Iroquois bowmen ready to skirmish. And then there's some medicine men further there. So we're going to trade volleys there. They're going to start raining fire and death upon us with their archers. And what we want to do is quickly probably try and hit them before any warriors come in there. So let's try and hit this. Let's quickly allow these guys to halt and just disable any friendly fire. They're only bowmen, so we're not going to get bogged down in a crazy fight there. So just quickly try and soften up these bowmen. Make sure they don't come back. Allow... we're going to cause friendly fire. You guys can try and hit these medicine men there. That's fine. Okay, so it looks like we've got those bowmen now in a full retreat. Quickly make sure you fall back here, cavalry. Okay, are we making sure these guys don't come back? I'm happy to commit a couple there. Alrighty, and then you guys can probably push forward this way as well. Hold the line, man. Be cool, calm, and collected. We'll be victorious here today. So, some of the native irregulars are doing quite well. It's just depending on just because of how the deployment zone went. We were a little bit sort of unlucky in that. Yeah, so we'll get you to halt and just fire at will. You're actually in range of some of them, which isn't too bad. You're pushing into a better quality position here now. And you can probably... It's the group that's doing it, so you can swing this way. Alrighty, so we've managed to get some sort of cohesive army formation. We've made a nice, strong, long front line here, and we'll allow these guys to switch back to fire at will to hit these guys bang smack in front of them. They kept the order true, making sure that no friendly fire was going in there. Okay, so these guys are doing alright against them. You try and, maybe, you're more than happy just to peel around and deal with that and shoot across the face. You three, just try and make sure these guys come back. They're coming through the tree line here now. More Iroquois. So we'll just try and hold out well. Okay, probably just reform because this other reinforcing army's coming in here now. They're coming in thick and fast. Okay, so that's really to be no concern. We could peel back down and around and maybe try and get a charge against them. So you peel this way. We don't want to get too much friendly fire with the cavalry. You pull further back here. We'll try and get behind them. And we'll go with a surround. Right, swing back here now. Oh, we're not quite ready because they're a little bit out of pace. Alright, wait for it. Go for that there though. Alright, charge now. Hit them from all sides, men. 80 before the initial charge. Charge! Russian Cossacks! Alright, and there was 80 before the initial charge, 70. So they still seem to be holding strong. We don't want to be stuck too long in hand-to-hand combat with them, because at the end of the day, the Iroquois have some of the best infantry in the game. So we're doing well against them. We're holding their front line. Oh, we've actually allowed a couple there to give chase a little bit too much, which is a shame. You're pushing into this. You can deal with that. Alright, make sure we do this. Alright, maybe just try and get another charge in, because the charge worked, but everything else didn't necessarily. Right, you pull there, you pull there. Because I've given specific attack orders, there has been some disruption and stuff. Right, let's charge in again. Sabres nice and high, lads. And there we go. Man, oh man, you got to give it to the Iroquois. They're giving us a good finale here today. They're fighting to the bitter end. Another charge is coming here now. Alright. Hit that. Hit that. They're still holding on here. Alright, make sure you hit that. Hit that. They're now fighting. There's a couple further at the back. Come on, make these poor buggers rout. We've got them surrounded. Phew. I kind of like this alternative history. If Russia was a colonial power, I've definitely hit my main objective for this series. I wanted to make a Russian colonial power, and we've done it. We've taken 4 massive territories, and we've occupied a decent amount of the northwest of the United States. Alright, that's now gone. We can swing down here and maybe hit these guys on the flank. There's only 30 of them. They won't see us coming and descending upon them through the trees. They've quickly turned, but it's not going to be enough. And we've run them down. Okay, they're now fully committing and pushing here. My lines are a little bit all over the place because they're sort of pushing. So let's try and go into this. My general's holding here for now. I would have liked to get some overseas territory in India, but we were kind of delayed and we had to deal with the Italian peninsula because Venice declared war upon me. I had no ambition at the start to take the north of Italy, Venice, and Rome itself. But it's just how the campaign sort of goes, I guess. They were becoming too much of a nuisance to be left unchallenged. But you got to give it to the Spanish. They did really well in this series. They took a lot of territory in the Americas, and Great Britain didn't need to overextend. They just needed to hold and maintain their position. Okay, we've got one last lot of Iroquois here, and they're trying to charge. Last brave poor bastards running in. And now they're in a full retreat. They aren't coming back. Alright, surely we have victory here today. And we do. Let's end that there. Victory, a close victory. The hardest thing of all for a soldier is to retreat. Arthur Wellesley, Duke of Wellington, British General and Prime Minister. Alright. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. Nikolai Talasnikov deployed 1,837 and lost 851 brave Russians here on the field of battle. But to be honest, I reckon it was mostly the natives fighting against themselves was the main thing, and they deployed 1.5, so we only outnumbered them slightly. What did most of the kills? Regiment Horse, Line Infantry, 130, 26. Losses. Cavalry. One line infantry did 150, 60, 66, 39, 59, yeah, so Actually, it was a little bit sort of back and forth. It wasn't as sort of that quick analysis as I thought. Alright, so we should be able to now take out the Iroquois capital. Victory, only losing 77, and that will disband those other armies. Campaign victory. You have successfully completed your campaign goals. Maintain these conquests until the allocated time, and victory will be yours. Out of curiosity, what was the allocated time? 1799. So we would have to burn 100 turns. We've managed to do that in less time. It's about turn 100 now through our series. But I'm going to end it here. I'm not going to wait around, but we've won. So guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the Empire Russian campaign. Thanks for watching. I've had an absolute blast. And yeah, just want to thank you guys for all the support. If you've left a like, you've become a subscriber because of this series, thank you. I would like to do more Empire, but it just sort of depends on you guys. So just let me know. Like, subscribe. Lets me sort of know if you want more of this. Feel free to leave a dislike even, if you don't. So to replace this series, we're going to be doing another Total War campaign, or potentially another strategy game on the channel. So in the Americas, Britain still holds the 13 colonies. There are some further Native American Indian territories that we could take. Up in Canada, York Factory, Inuits up here as well. Even further away in Yankton in the Black Hills as well. In the wilderness of the Great Plains. Mexico did well. They held their territories in North America. We've got our island territories here. And that's how Europe shaped up. We managed to push and defeat the Ottomans. We managed to liberate the Balkans. We won the Great Northern War against the Swedes, occupying most of Scandinavia. We didn't have to actually push too far down to the Middle East, but we do have Mesopotamia under our control, and India's under the control of the Marathans. The English are nowhere to be seen. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simsi. Goodbye.